Everything that is wrong with college football, we just saw in this Miami Iowa State Pop-Tarts Bowl in the second half, or in the whole game for that matter. Everything wrong with college football, we just saw. I have to say off the rip, I lost so much respect for Cam Ward and Xavier Restrepo today that there are no words. There are no words. Miami has a chance to finish the season 11-2, beat a ranked good team on a neutral field against a team who's playing everybody. Miami had that opportunity to win 11 games for the first time in 20 years. And instead, with a 31-28 lead at halftime, Cam Ward decides, because that's what's been reported, that he decided he wasn't going to play the second half. Now, I don't know if this was Mario Cristobal or Cam Ward, but what's been reported is that Cam Ward opted to sit out the second half of this game. A game that was not in the bag, a game that was a 3-point game, a game where it was clear this game was probably going to need 50 points to win. Miami's defense was horrendous again in the first half, but it made a couple of stops late in the first half. And Miami was able to grab the lead 31-28. And then halftime comes, Miami makes another stop, and Cam Ward's not in the game anymore. But before we jump in, this is Rudy's Rant, where we talk facts over feelings, powered by Coming On the Podcast. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showma. Thank you so much for your continued support of this channel. I appreciate y'all. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment. Give me your opinion on this, because I'm of the opinion that as much as I love Cam Ward, I lost a lot of respect for that dude. I was ready to buy a jersey to wherever he got drafted to next year. Now I have to rethink that, because I'm emotionally scarred right now from his reported decision to sit out the second half. The Miami Hurricanes were 10-0. Sorry, 9-0. 9-0. And finished the season losing 3 of 4. And tonight, Cam Ward was part of that reason, because he decided that he needed to make a business decision. Cam, why even play? Why even play? To get a record? To get a record. Because you were slicing and dicing these dudes. This was the 4th-ranked pass defense in the country. You saw what Miami can do offensively to anybody. 4th-ranked pass defense in the country, and Miami was piecing Iowa State up. And now we're sitting here after a 42-41 loss in the Pop-Tarts Bowl at 10-3 and another depressing offseason. But let's talk about the fact that also, just before the game, Xavier Restrepo, the all-time leader in receiving yards and receptions, puts this ridiculous tweet or Instagram post or whatever the hell it was, and says he's entering the draft and he's not playing in the bowl game. Now, I can only hope that his teammates have known this for quite some time, because the cat has certainly was not let out of the bag by any means prior to today, as no one has reported that Restrepo was going to be sitting out. And now he's sitting out, and Miami's not down just its top receiver. It's not its top receiver, it's number 2 receiver, and it's number 4 receiver, as Sam Brown also declared for the draft and opted out of the bowl game. Why does declaring for the draft have anything to do with playing a football game? One thing has absolutely nothing to do with the other. You can opt for the draft and still play the game. This is a guy who bled Miami in Xavier Restrepo. I love watching that kid play. Another one, very disappointed. Very disappointed that he would make that decision. He's not a first round pick. I think he's a longtime NFL player, but he is not a first round pick. He's a day 2 pick, second, third, maybe a fourth round pick. And I do think he can have a very long career in the NFL, but he's not a first round pick. So it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me, the logic behind it. But Miami's up 31-28, get the ball. They go 38-28 because they ran the ball down the field with Emory Williams playing quarterback. Look, if you're going to put Emory Williams in the freaking game, allow the kid to actually throw the football, not just a swing pass or a dump off. They go up 38-28. Now Miami's defense is back to normal, giving up yardage, and Iowa State makes it 38-35. And then Miami has an opportunity to actually put the game away, potentially. And Mario Cristobal shrivels again. Mario Cristobal again has the opportunity to potentially finish off an opponent. And instead of going for it on 4th and goal from the 3, this marshmallow kicks a field goal to make it 41-35. And all I'm sitting here saying, watching my television screen, is saying, we're going to lose this game 42-41. We're going to lose this game 42-41. I have that feeling. Because when you play and coach like a marshmallow pussy, that's what happens. And I defended him against Syracuse. I defended him. I also ripped him a new one against Georgia Tech, but I defended kicking a field goal against Syracuse. I do not defend kicking a field goal in this situation. It meant nothing to kick a field goal. In fact, if you want to look back at the situation, Iowa State might kick a field goal on 4th down in the last minute of the game rather than going for it. You don't know. And then they would tie the game rather than win the game. All that said, this was another microcosm of a season in which Miami's defensive backs are utterly atrocious. They can't guard. They don't know what to do. They're always out of position. It's over and over and over again. They're clueless out there. Miami fumbles the ball in the opening snap because of a bad snap. And I will say, the first touchdown that Iowa State scores was a perfect pass, great coverage. I mean, the thing was perfect. I can't fault. But then from that point on, Miami's defense looked like utter trash. But let's go back to that decision to go to kick a field goal on 4th down. On 2nd down, they ran a play action because Iowa State was really pushing everyone in. They were going to run blitzers, and they did. And Emory Williams threw a perfect pass, 83. I don't even know who his name is. He dropped the ball. That should have been a touchdown. But again, we're playing with our 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th wide receivers on the field. Catch the goddamn ball. Now, if you're going to kick a field goal on 3rd and goal from the 3, and they're running, again, another tight formation, they're not spreading them out, and Iowa State's defense is really pushed in. They're going to fire on every single hole, on every gap. And what happens? You run the ball, and you get stuffed for no gain. So what do? You would assume, based on that play call, that on 4th down, you're going to go for it. I mean, if you don't get it, you're up 38-35. They're at the 3-yard line. What's the difference between a field goal and a touchdown? Realistic. Okay, they can tie on a field goal. Big deal. Big deal. If they tie on a field goal, they tie on a field goal. But right there, with Emory Williams at quarterback, you have to try to finish the game. So instead of going for it on 4th down, Mario Cristobal coaches like a coward, and he kicks the field goal, and Miami's up 41-35. Now, looking at that final possession from Iowa State, I mean, the amount of breakdowns that Miami's defense had, again, just because Miami did get the ball back, Actually, the defense did make a stop. Miami got the ball back and punted it back. But on that final possession, Iowa State, Miami had chances to finish this damn game. I mean, you got DBs that are holding. You got what number was it? 15? 15. I mean, this guy, geez Louise, he's not good. Number 19 is not good. Like I don't even know their names. I don't even want to know their names because I hope they're not on this team next year because they're not good. They're not good. Either they're coached horrendously and their football IQ is absolutely flipping atrocious. I mean, there was a touchdown to 13 Noel from Iowa State to make it 38-35, where we got two DBs who are both watching the best wide receiver on their team and not moving. I mean, my goodness, just utter bad. But there was one play where our DB is literally running out of bounds, and the receiver Noel is running inbounds. He catches the ball, and the guy's behind him out of bounds. Like, what are you doing? All that said, you got first and goal from the 4. And instead of after first down calling a timeout, Mario Cristobal allows 40 seconds to run off the clock. And on second down, they rolled out through a pass that was incomplete, batted in the air. So instead of having a minute 45 left, there was a minute 5 left. More bad, awful, trash ass coaching, game clock management by Mario Cristobal. Then what happens on third down? Did they run the ball on third down? I don't even remember what the hell they did on third down. But they ran it on third down, got down to the 1 yard line, and now Miami calls timeout and goal from the 1. And on fourth down, Miami doesn't play like what I would consider a goal line defense. They got gaps exposed everywhere. The QB ran through a humongous gap. Where is our defensive lineman lined up in that gap? What is this defensive call? But of course, now there's 55 seconds left in the game, or whatever, 56 seconds left, rather than a minute and 40 left potentially, a minute 35 potentially. So what happens now? Miami returns the kick. Probably should never have returned the kick. Should have let that. I mean, you're burning clock. Unless you get a real return, you're burning clock. And you have Emory Williams, who you haven't allowed to throw a goddamn pass yet. Now he has to win you the game, get you in a field goal range to kick a field goal, and Cam Ward is not coming back to play, which I thought actually was a little disappointing as well, because I'm sitting here saying, you know what, Cam, I know you sat out the half, but here's your time to get Miami this damn win. But no, he doesn't play, and we got Emory Williams out there, and they get a first down. But then on first down, I mean, Mike took 4 plays to get a first down. I will say the throw he made to Ray Joseph was a pretty damn good throw. Would have been a tough catch, but it hit him in both hands. Oh, it went to the only place it really could have, and he dropped it. It's sad because there was some really great performances. I mean, Ward in the first half was sensational. Damian Martinez was outstanding. But let's go to this. After the first down, with 26 seconds left, following the catch by, I think it was Elijah Arroyo, who makes it a first down catch, we have, instead of clocking the ball, Miami runs a play. They run a play, and there's only 14 seconds left. I'm not understanding this. I'm just not understanding. Or there's 18 seconds left. If you clock the ball, it was 26, actually it was 14. If you the completion, you're gonna have 23 seconds left, 24. Instead, you're down to 14. It made no sense. This is, again, football IQ and the coaching and the knowledge and the understanding of this game. It's painful when it comes to this freaking program. From the top down, no one knows what they're doing. And then on the next play, he throws an incomplete pass to Ray Joseph. And I mean, it's just like, what was the point? It's 4th and 1 now from your own 40, and you call timeout. And now you have a Hail Mary for which Emory Williams can't throw the ball 60 yards, and the ball gets intercepted at the 10-yard line, and the game is over. But again, clock management 101. This is Miami Hurricane football, a team that was 9-0. And look, Miami's better than Iowa State. And what saddens me is that the reality of this is this: all you're going to remember is that Miami lost this game. Not that Miami would have won this game had Cam Ward played, because Iowa State played everybody. If Cam Ward plays the second half, Miami wins this game. We all know this. This is not even a conversation. They could not stop Cam Ward. He was on autopilot in this game. They could not do anything to slow him down. And it's really frustrating because everyone's going to sit here and say, oh, Miami couldn't be a ranked team. Bullshit. Miami had this game won if Cam Ward plays. They would have won this game probably by 2 scores because their defense got a little bit better and Cam Ward would have been continued to pick this team apart on offense. And it didn't happen. And it's disappointing. As a Hurricanes fan, I'm pissed and I'm disgusted with Mario Cristobal's atrocious coaching. And I'm very, very disappointed and bothered that Cam Ward sat out. Now, if he didn't sit himself out, then I'm pissed at Cristobal. But the reality is, from what the reports are, is he sat himself out. And Xavier Restrepo, man, I'm very disappointed. Like, I would have to assume that they all knew beforehand that you weren't going to play and all that stuff. But this is whack. The day of the game, this is the problem with college football. And it makes me not want to watch this stuff because, like, a chance to go 11-2, that means something. It means something to people because this team hasn't won 11 games in 20 years. And all we're going to remember now is that Miami lost 3 of its final 4 and did not beat a team beat a team that was ranked this year. But it is what it is. What's new? Welcome to Miami Hurricane Football. Mario Cristobal, you are who you are. I've had it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about this game. Love to hear what you got to say. Sure, like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment. Ring that bell. Appreciate y'all. Rudy's Rant. Facts over feelings. Come on now.